Engaged lessons for the 21st century.
Well, here we are again. We're going to cover an instructional video. This time we'll be dealing with thousands. As you notice, I have this side divided up into hundreds, and I haven't clicked on thousands yet, but this side is tenths, and what I'm going to do is change it to thousands. Now, you'll notice this, that when you do into thousands, it's divided up pretty small, so it's going to be hard on here to differentiate between a lot of numbers, but we'll do the best job we can. Let's start off over here on this side with the hundreds. I'm going to click up here and change this number to 445.45. And let's click on here and see what we can get for that. I'm going to click up here. Oh. And over here, and 3, and here's 3. You notice over here in the thousands we have 3 positions, and here's 4. However, to get to 445, I'm going to click here. That's 41, right? And 42 hundredths, 43 hundredths, 44 hundredths, 45 hundredths. So if you look carefully, you'll notice that 0.45 or 45 hundredths on this side is equal to 45 hundredths over here under the thousands. Same basic idea. Okay? Now, let me click over here and we'll change this side from the hundredths to the thousands and see what it looks like. Same thing. Okay, so that makes sense, right? Now, the thing that's distinguishable is when you're dealing with hundreds, you have 2 places. If you're dealing with thousands, you have 3 places, even though this is a non-significant digit, the 0. Okay? Hopefully that example made sense. Let's look at another one. Okay, let's look at this again, but this time let's start with the thousands. I'm going to click here, and we have 100ths, 200ths, 300ths, 400ths. Now remember, we have 3 digits here, and I'm going to click right here. Now what we have here is 45 thousandths. That's because we have the extra space. Let's look over here under the hundreds and see if we can do something similar. I'm going to click here, and we have 100th, 200, 300, 400ths, but you'll notice I cannot break this one down because it can't get small enough. So we go to 500ths. Now if I want to go to 500ths over here, I would just simply click on this little arrow. And now we have 500ths. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So the thousandths are broken down significantly in each one of these little rows. Okay? So we have 10 times 10, which gives us 100 times 100 times 10, which is 1,000. Hopefully that made sense. In this next section, to show a little more detail, this time we're going to illustrate 6 thousandths. Now this is going to be hard. I couldn't do it on the other device I had, but I'm going to color in. Here's 1, 2 thousandths, 3 thousandths, 4 thousandths, and here is 5 thousandths. And then if I click up right here, we will have 6 thousandths. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's an example of 6 thousandths. Let me give you another example. Okay, in this example, we are going to show 19 thousandths. To do that, we have to fill up one whole of these, and that will give us a 1. And up here I'm going to click on 5 more. So that gives us 15, 16, 17, 18, and we have 19. So that's 19 thousandths. So you can see it's a little more difficult to do this without having the proper equipment. but hopefully you get a good idea of how we can break it down even further when you're dealing with thousands. Okay, along with that presentation, we have the worksheet that you need to fill out. This is lesson 2, decimal hundreds and thousands. Now remember, you've already clicked on one of these two to obtain this video anyway, but you'll notice that we have problems 1, 2, 3, and 4. And below it, we have what the number should be filled in for each one of those. Then below those, we would like for you to write the number that goes along with, in this case, this number here for 5, 6, 7, and 8. Write the correct number in the spaces provided at the bottom. Okay, now, before you start, remember this. When you don't do it yet, you're going to pause the video, fill all this worksheet in, then play the video, and we will provide you with the answers. Okay, if there aren't any questions, please pause the video now. Looking at problem 1, if you look carefully, you'll notice that we filled in 1, 2, 3 columns and 1, 2, 3 and a half blocks for 335,000. And obviously that's greater than this one. For this last one, it's 5 thousandths, and you should have just filled in the bottom portion for that one. For number 3, for 215,000, you should have filled in 2 columns and 1.5 squares, and that'll give you 215,000. And for the last one up here, we have 15,000, so it'd just be the bottom one and half of the one on the top. Hopefully that was pretty easy. Now for 5, 6, 7, and 8, well, all you needed to do is print out or convert from fractions, right? So this would be 7,628.356,000, and this one would be 4,455.616,000. This one's 2,546.702,000, and number 8, the last one, is 1,356.964,000. Hopefully your answers matched ours, and we would like to thank you for watching our video.